There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We touch it for podcast and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. Calling out people who willing to serve. Blessing our time and our efforts are rest. The brothers are giving us here and the promise from them. The work with my life without fear.
A lyrical
Master.
Play Paris, who make on you. I can't ask it if you been you. Say my journey, Tina can ask him my jamo. And he's no money, the more I go. And he love our money, the more I go.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandbaza.
And I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I can't play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I can't play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I don't get it now ya to money. That's the baby, and I don't get it now. Cause you walk on my ya to money. Yeah.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandbaza.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We touch it for podcast and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. Calling out people who willing to serve. The blessing our time and our efforts are rest. The broadcast we giving are real and the promise from best. To work with my life without fear. From Grandfather Nima to Lufa, from Riverside, River G to Chile, from Grand Crew, Bombing, Kidman, Montserrat, San to Bacalu, from Maryland, Bonk to the Mikey B. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa.
Indeed, good evening, good afternoon, good morning to all of you, our channel listeners, our viewers, our supporters, and our well wishers. Those of you always follow this broadcast. What I would have said, a pleasant way to welcome all of you on this beautiful Monday. For a matter of fact, this Monday will be the last Monday in the month of May. Indeed, the month of May is gradually winding down. Yes, this month is going with speed. You know, this month is my month. Come with a lot of things in package. You know, for some of us who born in the month of May. But again, thank God at least that we are alive. Thank God we are moving strong. At least we are not into hospital. Nothing like that. And we're not into debt. Yeah, let me tell some of you. When, in fact, those of us who are Christians, believers, or so forth, right? If you go to the Lord's Prayer, lead me not into temptation. All these small words that in that is so. Give me this day my daily bread. Forgive me as I also forgive another. Look, when you pile all of these things together, all these small Lord's Prayer things, our Father who are in heaven, this and that, all these things when you put together, you will understand that to communicate with God is very easy. And when you communicate with God in that form and manner, that means go back to your brethren. Go back to that person who you feel that you can talk, you people call speech, how you want for God to forgive you, when you can forgive other people. So again, people, we're back. We are here. Please help us share the show. Those of you who are watching, it's beautiful Monday. Yes, indeed, wonderful Monday. A very busy month. And for a matter of fact, this Monday will be interesting because while we have so many things to talk, we will talk about the Ebola crisis, or information or news. Then we'll move on straight to the politics, the NIMBO, dedicating their home, and we'll move to some of the happening of the day, including the latest coming from I must check. Let me be frank. I'm one of the strong, in fact, I'm one of the strong supporter. Let me say that before I welcome my brother Aliu, everybody at the back, everybody setting up. But Sheikh used to be, let me just use the word use now because Sheikh maybe now, Sheikh now, maybe people else will never be believing people that Steve them. Yeah, that I just within the day that Steve will come on the show for that. Because if Sheikh, Sheikh of Sheikh, anyway, I will play some of the video. Yeah, but again, if share can go that way, that means share you got to apologize also to the Western people. Like people that your mate, but again, brother Ali, my brother, good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Everything, I see you. What's up? What going on?
Good afternoon, Mayborn, or good afternoon to our listening audience and followers. Glad to be here again today, Sktv. How was the weekend? How's the family doing?
Well, my brother, by the grace of God, we are all doing great. Now, as usual, we're moving very strong. We stay into like your situation. Let me be frank. Don't mind all of the political, as you may call it, our president said, the political tension here and there, but the livelihood of our people, my brother, is very, very bad. These are facts. You know, our people are struggling, no jobs, nothing. Our people, even the service that they are even paying for, they are not even enjoying these services. They just paying for service in the name of paying for service. They not got no way to carry anybody to court because either if you go to court, you got to either apologize or you be jailed. So, my brother, life for me. That confess whole life is difficult. These are all facts. They're not about their political calling and political. Okay. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, we are all okay. The weekend is okay. The fight was good. Let me say that way it was okay. Just that some of the political thing can interfere us. I need to take away our stress. But I'm okay. Thank God for that, my brother. And how you in?
Oh, thank you, Mayborn. So far, so good. Everything okay. Just the rain since Friday. It has been raining, which of course I like because for me, I don't like summer. That other season here, I don't like it. I like my winter. I like my fall. I love my spring break. I don't like heat.
Mm.
And that's why
But
you see
how,
I always
mm,
I always running to Laburo when it is raining there because
yeah,
I
man.
can't stand
But
the
the
heat
same
there.
time though, the rain falling here too. Even though it's not easy, but the rain falling, thank God at least for that. Yeah.
That's what I like. Yeah. What happened with Yamutu Asatu Mensa? We stopped seeing her now for a while.
Yeah, but thank God at least that she here the showing face, at least some of the
She the Yamutu Kanga.
yes, indeed, some
Ah,
of
okay.
our strong Liberians who are always making sure that at least they pay attention back. Sometimes they are frustrated because, but you see again, thank God that some of these things are clearing that sometimes we want to share blame on our people, but sometimes the power the people give to the people always abusing them with the power. But again, you all help us share the show. Man Jatu last born, thank you, and my own Oma Yumutu Kwanga, thank you also for watching. Robert already here, Robert already seen some of the happening back home. I've seen some of his video. I know it's not easy. I know sometimes when in the traffic, when the traffic lights is on, my brother, why you trying to stop? Other people are going. So you just gotta get used to all of these things, Robert.
That
And
how the traffic let up a rain Laburo when other people are stopping, other people are going.
so look, I'm telling
That's
you,
not
man, there's country that people can just do any kind of thing they want to do. The
Mayborn.
politicians abuse us, then the people themselves, they want to be abusing other people. The traffic
Mayborn.
light, there, for example, the red light is telling you stop, don't go. Some of them will start picking chains. Some of them they will start picking chains, they want to go, and that's why when I'm on when I run the traffic lights, especially when I'm over the back, I can tell the motorcyclist, please, I beg you, please be careful. Look, wait for our time. When the green light come on, then you can go. Please, I beg, don't pick no chance. Because at the chance you people picking a work of culture. Yeah, Robert, they think it really get to me. We want system. By the time we move I will go America. We follow the pro system.
How
We will
many
Kenya.
traffic light in the country now, Mayborn? Because 2020 There were only one traffic light in the entire country when I went there. I drive through all the country. How many traffic lights get there now?
Well, I think the traffic lights are many. Let me be frank, but it's just that the traffic lights are not stable. And the only thing I will tell you
But
that
maybe
that
let me tell
means
you something. In this country, maybe you can be driving in America. You reach to the traffic light 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, midnight, and that light is turned red. Where you supposed to stop? I double dare you to cross that light. Even though you will be over there, you see no car coming. Maybe you reach to an intersection, for example, Bro and Johnson.
mm,
Maybe you were coming down or coming down to where they play, going towards Vartan Way, and you got to that place, and that traffic light just there, you see stop, the red light is on. You there, you see no car going up Crown Hill, coming down, and you will stay over there when that 3 4 5 minutes. I double dare
but
you to cross that light. You don't do
but
that here because first of all, most of the light at those intersections have camera, and again, police then the places say you expecting them. Sometimes they can't, they park that their car, they pull all that light off. Try it, you say you will both do that light. Either the camera take your picture, or the moment you cross, you just see your police behind you, they pull you over. And when they
and
take your
mhm.
picture, that's $75 there. Violation. $75.
Yes,
You will pay that money.
and
You pay that money, they suspend your driver license. And that one is
exactly.
the most dangerous thing for you to drive on a suspended driver license and be pulled over by the police. You see? But again, like you said, I Ali Masale will learn all that one here when you can labor about the traffic light.
I tell you, thank God that Robert is here. If a Robert can even look, some of you will come on the radio, you think that maybe you want us to come and play a normal. Politics will come and go, like President Bwaka said. We've been playing the politics forever so long. Where are we today? Some of you, I'm a political this, I'm a political gladiator, I'm a political, I don't know, phone landlord, I'm a political, how will say, that one, I come to waste my time on. That you want me able to come here and waste my energy and time. Be I will say you put a hand up for one good politician. I will not do that. And
Thank
then
you, Asatu.
yeah, and you're right. Yeah. The woman say
Yeah, my
keep
man.
coming, but
But
always
that's
will
it.
be here.
That's it. The people Liberia we don't use the system. And this is why sometimes we our people go back, they help to abuse the system,
Oh
abuse our
yes.
people. Because they will say, don't bring your American system here. I was driving in Liberia, wanted to pass water. Then my friend said, Mama, park the car. I said,
Okay.
wait, he said, go right over there, go and pass water. I said, for what? He said, Mama, buy the color. I said, no, we don't. I said, no. He said, Mama, he said, you want password. When you realize you park the car and go down there. I said, no, I can't do that. And we drove, we got to, what the place name? Total gas station. My sister, works there. And I spoke to her, she allowed me to use their bathroom. You see, well, that's the river for us.
And my
Yeah,
brother
on
is
the
trying to
highway,
call.
say maybe you driving on the highway. You don't just stop on the highway to pass water. You don't do that here. Because sometimes you will be driving, you see people sweeping the highway. Just imagine highway,
Good.
people do the
Now
cleaning
let
there.
me tell
Then you
you.
go stay there to pass water. Let police come in you doing that one.
In fact, Brother Aliu, thank you for even bringing the other part of the entire Wahala that we live with here in Liberia. Every time you hear our government complain that no jobs, but you have the street dirty. That can be ticketable. You have the country money. Then the street, even the sidewalk is dirty. Get
Mhm.
people job. Let people be cleaning the street. Let people be sweeping. Let people be washing the street. That's another job. You don't understand what kind of job creation
But,
that people really want.
sometimes you will
I
be
don't understand.
driving, going bombing, you go wicked man. You will see the bush have grown to the
Ew.
extent coming to cover the whole room. You see? And this are thing you have to implore people to be doing all that thing when you see the grass coming to take over the rope. People should be assigned to these places. Brushing, cleaning.
What a
But sometimes,
job. But
well,
I do that job.
these are the
And
job
then you said,
creation right there. Mhm.
and then you said, not too long, whenever people are cleaning, that for example, if a place is clean and you have trash can or bin or something, as you may call somewhere, nobody even let me tell you some of you today, even if I buy biscuit and that, and I'm eating that biscuit, maybe I have a little maybe to walk. I can hold that biscuit paper in my until I found somewhere near the street Where I see maybe some kind of trash can there, I can just put my little biscuit or what we call it stuff there. But there are a lot of us, even the government itself, will sit down and see the street dirty, send all piling up on the road. That say yummy here. When you talk, you say, oh, you people criticize everything. You're supposed to be keeping some secrets. We must keep the secret. But the government officials must be getting rich. Anyway, but I did start, I will show you about actually, my brother, these are things that are happening to us here back home. Let me be frank. No peace, no happiness, no social. We don't enjoy nothing. Let me tell you, when you go real life, right now, my brother, you won't cry. No peace. People just stress up. No way to even easily pass. Why are you making your own people's life to be this way?
Well, I thought President Baka was clearing that place, or these places need to be cleared. Like I can see Douala, the way the government had cleared Douala. I really appreciate the government for that.
Oh, yes.
You can drive. I have seen people driving. I think the only time we really see traffic in that Douala Building is the Saturday market to be a factory. But other than that, wherein people used to take like almost 30 minutes to drive from BF Factory to Corwell Junction. That nonsense is not happening again. Thanks to the government for that.
Oh, yes.
And they need to
It's
do the city to read the Waterside, Macklin Street Hill, all these places them. You see, ready. But again, they have to find place to locate those people because these are business people. When you take it there, or you should find a suitable place to carry them.
We can be
but even as that, it is a risk to their own life to be or steady between those defective cars then that people don't even carry for servicing. It's a risk to your life, more especially like Macklin Street Hill. That's why I don't even drive there. I don't take that.
The reason why this ain't happening, but I said, if you give so many job to the people, so many street job, look, make the people busy. My man, even you giving people 125, 150 per month, that's their own country money. Some of the lawmakers, some of the government officials, they have their family members that they pay every month, children that they pay every month for their own salary. But so what happens if Ma Annie, maybe she part of the Dupo road cleaning or maybe cleaning camp or campaign associate, sometimes they just frustrating. We see the I don't know, Joseph Waka, what kind of group of people before they.
But Mayborn shortly.
I come in, they used to have some group. But I don't want to miss my thought. They used to have some group. They call other Joseph Waka
volunteer, Joseph Waka clean up, volunteer, something like that. I used to see them cleaning the street and think, yes.
Oh, the party is just useless. Now I can be telling people someone can be getting invest. Most of the political party just useless. The people have Joseph Waka, I don't know, clean up campaign. These are things that you take into consideration of the political party and say, okay, now how are we going to do it? Even if some of the deal that people are paying, some of the officials are paying. You use some money, put strategy in place, and say, okay, the other percentage we will pay the other percentage, and maybe the state government or whosoever will pay the other percentage. When you put that one together, my brother, you will be able to pay these people. But you will allow the people energy to go free until they even have to abandon the work. Look, my brother, go ahead.
Like I was trying to say, for example, if you are paying people maybe even $100 to be cleaning the major highways across the country, and maybe 2 times a week, you get some people there in the various towns and villages along the Bombing Highway, going all the way Kidman, Kakata, they are entirely across the entire country 2 times a week. When they say, oh, today, Monday, you get those guys, you get a car, they get inside. When they stop, maybe the Douala, they clean up all the way, they read beer factory, they get in it. Just like that, you get those guys there 2 times in a week. That's another job opportunity right there that you are created for those people. Like cleaning the bigger highway. They're not more from Monday to Friday here, the cleaning of the highway. They're not every day thing. You see, sometimes like that 1 time, sometimes 2 times a week, and sometimes again, they take the prisoners from prison. They bring them out to come and clean the various community and even the major highways. They do it here as well. You see, but this is not that. This is not just that.
You know, for United Party, when they in position, this what kind of country we live in?
But this is not just that to Joseph Waka alone, from government to government.
Talking about, oh, we have to have peace. We got to reconcile. Oh, man, Deacon, you Deacon, like you the problem. All that speaking, all that thing waiting. That's just waste of our time. You can be the elder man of the land. What you're talking about peace, every time we go places, so that something is eating you up, Mr. Deacon. Either you got to come out to the problem and tell the problem that no, this will not work. I have to go back to all forces that have to do with those politicians, those people myself were into the race and so forth. Let's have dialogue. Let's see how best to put ourselves together and move the country forward. You think that on piece of paper every day, you go, you write a piece of paper, somebody write it and put it and say, we got to have peace. Peace is not in the mouth. Peace is by action.
Not from the mouth, and not from the lip, the action and from the heart. These are some of the things the people will just put all kinds of things together. When Baka go, he read, they say, oh, the papa get the country at heart, he speak beautiful English. These are all rhetoric. That's why I don't listen to those nonsense speeches coming from him, because you can be saying one thing and you are far from what you say you're doing something else. That's why I don't waste my time on those foolishness.
Yes. So thanks to all of you, those of you who just joining, please help us share the show. Indeed, it is Monday. For a matter of fact, this Monday is the last Monday. But everything that we are saying today, these are things that are affecting all of us, no matter whether you reach, you pull, whether you are connected or not. All of these things are affecting all of us. No need to go be looking for any kind of color scheme to come here and create jobs. All of us here, we still waiting for that color. The people should come and take their money from nowhere and come here and invest. When they invest again, they will start crying. They treating all people go buy. They do them up. No. So look, the war already changed. See the war. Look, you need it today. Even as we're talking, or if I'm talking to you right now, people watching us around the world. Why can't we now bring ourselves together and see how best to move the country forward? I saw that, but I'll lead to that thing quickly. Mama Nansali took over, I think that was 2006. I think she brought all of the Warren Fashion Group, right? I think she brought them together. I can still recall. She brought the Job Body, the late Alaji V. Krumah. She brought all of the top guys together and said, look, war is over. It's time for peace, and let's move on as a one people and build our country. And that was it. The only thing that was seen by then, our only protest, the protest coming from the main opposition, by then the CDC and so forth. But we don't see the kind of division, the way things looking at now. No. Former President, we are to the same thing in there. When he took over, I can still recall too, I saw some photos of him, former president, president, I'm going with VP before. He called Alexander Cummings and the rest of the other team for a dialogue. I saw all of these things yesterday, even with videos, evidence. How come today, man, Deacon, man, era of the land, got your speech from people? But when you go places, some of you are listening. It's not just about you supporting or voting. Lofa Kane will vote for Joseph Boga 100%. No! It's not just only about Lofa Kane voting for Joseph Boga. What the impact that President Boga will make in the life of Lofians that will matter. Some of us, let me be frank with you, but I didn't come on. Some of us, we don't used to know Lofa like that. Let me be frank. That was the previous government when I saw sons and daughters from Lofa moving into Lofa. That there were people sort of know that, oh yes, Lofa, I think it's a good county, it's a developing county. That there were people to know Lofa from. So there were some of you want to do the whole entire politics like no. Sometimes you gotta be careful. Yesterday, there were sons and daughters yesterday that were holding positions and taking Lofa on their head. But today, we're not seeing most of these things. One thing we're seeing that Thomas for the one controlling thing, acting like one general person around here, and they're doing all kinds of things. But anyway,
thank you. Excuse me. Thank you, Maybon. The problem here is Joseph Boakai, he's very divisive. or he's not a reconciler. He don't have the history of making peace anywhere he goes, that disunity. And this is why I refer to the Unity Party under his administration as this Unity Party, not Unity Party. Or like you said, when Manasedi became president, her first and second term, or she called all opposition leaders, all major stakeholders in the country, elections are over, or this is time we move the country forward. We have to forget or what we said to one another during election. And that was what everybody sat down, they shake hands, and they move on. That doesn't mean that they should come and work in her government. When George Weah took over, he did the same thing. Even though Bwaka didn't attend, he said he was going to Lufakati on his farm, and he didn't attend that meeting. They then went there and they walked out. That was up to them. But we know any president of a country, after election, during election, the country is somehow divided because everybody's saying things to one another. Everybody want to be president, representatives, senators, and things. It also happens sometimes after election, people in our various districts and things, they call their friend and our contesting, and they sit down, they have conversation, and they move on. But this is quite unfortunate to see Obuakai, which is the oldest president in our country right now, or Liberia is heavily divided than ever in the history of our country. Calling those people to sit with them, it doesn't mean anything. You are not going to bring them in your government, but just to tell them that Liberia first, Liberia last. After everything, we had to put the interests of the country first. But like you said, during the Weah administration, see all the sons and daughters from Lofa County that were working under his administration. See the level of development that went in Lofa County during Weah administration as compared to any 12 years. How many development went to Lofa County? Bwaka said couldn't go to a own local rural condition. It was under George Weah administration you saw development going into Lofa County. Because why? He saw himself as president for a nation and not president for a county. You see, like the Southeast, people will say, oh, what did he do for the Southeast? He didn't face a own road going to the Southeast. But now, your Bwaka said for 12 years, he couldn't even face the road going to Lofa County. So it's like, I don't see anything, even if Poor were to become president, the money were already there for South Euro. You will just go, you start it like the public work minister said, the money were already there. So they are carrying on the work. Not to say that money that they allocated, they went to struggle to bring. Government is continuity. I gave this government 100% for everything they are doing in the country by completing the previous administration project. I commend them for that 100%. And Liberia is all we have, no matter what our political differences are. We had to put the interests of our country first. But you see today, President Bwaka will be talking about we need to build the country, we need to reconcile. See people like Dimas Kimia, your own kissy brother. You went after people for no reason. You took them from position. You were asked to reinstate these people after they went to LACC, and you said no. And this is one of my greatest disappointments. When you talk about wasteful spending yesterday, the money he taking to pay these people off, you know what I could do for the country? Right in Mosorado County, children are still sitting on the floor. The 1.3 million you're using to pay the former central bank governor, you know how many schools it could face locally, University of Liberia. All our schools are under deplorable condition. You are doing more useless and wasteful spending than any other government within the country. And I don't think this is what we voted for. This is what we expect to see under a 42 years experienced president. This is so
wonderful.
sad.
Thank you. So to my sister Caroline Yimpa, indeed, maybe I'm still seeing your comment about you asking about, yes. Thomas Farah here from Lofa 100%. So my statement also go, I said the sons and daughters. They were in unity by them.
Right? Can you give me 1 minute, please?
Yeah.
Thank you. I forget this. I just went to Ali. And today, see what is happening in Lofa County. Joseph Baka is from Lofa County. In Lofa County, we had a Kisi, we had a Bandi, we had a Pele, we had a Loma, we had a Madingo. Has to be corrected. Look in this government. How many Madingos are there from Lofa? How many Kisi, how many Bandi are there? How many Loma are there? How many Pele are there? All these 4 tribes have been marginalized within this government. everything is given to the Kisi people. When you go to Lofa today, everything is in the Kisi kingdom. When we say this old man is divisive, people say, oh, this and that. Well, he always show to us. Today, how many Gbani people are literally 2 appointments from Lofa County? 98.5% are all Kisi. If this side is supposed to run the country, so the entire Lofa even have been divided. Thank you.
Well, thank you. So yes, like I was saying, if Thomas father and the other Lofians, the sons, and even the Finabono. So no, sometimes we gotta be real to ourselves and see as to where are we as people. Because of Thomas father, you know how many people that died during the elections. Thomas father, you've been talking about, because of Thomas father, to save Thomas father his political career, other people have to die. Well, it's not an issue. What we are saying here is we want the Lofian down there, whether you're from Lofa, you're from Nimba, or any kind of country that you think that you come from. Let me be frank. Don't put your egg in one basket. Don't put your egg. Even what kind of person that come from your country tomorrow, never put your egg into one basket to be taken out just because they person, oh yeah, now my own. No. If your own, you feel that you don't want to be battled with your own, you want to be on the other side, you be there. And if you're there, some of you who can be insulting people, threatening people just because they're not on your side, it's wrong. And these are things, even some political party, that even the United Party, they had to come out and even condemn most of these things. But they will see these things, they like these things, and they support these things. That even if the person not on your side, as long as they are insulting party A, you are happy with that. It's okay for you. But you say you want peace. And you forget to know that this country peace is into your hand 100% as government. We have all rights to protect our peace as citizens, but you as government and president, you have the peace in your hand. That's why when we come here, we tell you that do this, do the right thing. You feel that the power is in your hand, so you can use the power to do anything that you want to do. But let me be frank. Other people passed through that same office yesterday, today. Some of them they in prison. Some of them they are normal. Some of them they are alive, and so on. Mr. President, don't make your county for people to have issues. To look at your people. You say no. The other group of look. And sometimes, you know, I used to. These are kind of things that people will not start to say about Lufians. So we got to be very careful. We have to be careful on how we do things. The same stigma that on the Southeastern today. That, oh yeah, the Southeastern people, even to the extent that even by the time you call the country you come from, people already accusing you already. The same stigma. Oh yeah, the Southeastern people, they can vote for Georgia. So everybody, even if you say no, they will still want to say that. Don't put Lufians into the kind of things. Let the people themselves decide whosoever they want to support. And like my brother Ali said, Mr. President, you can be father of a county, for example. Any appointment you do after one, the next one should come from the other end. Look, Brother Ali, thank you for even bringing all of this thing out. When you do appointment, like for example, the person coming from the Kisi area, the next appointment should be from the Loma area. That's how you want. Look, yeah. The issue of nepotism, maybe you're taking it, maybe the joke. You can have one group of people from one region or from one tribe enjoying while the other group of people becoming spectator and watching. You don't have things work. You already have friends in your money. Eternal Affairs Minister. The other one will be just that. You start to look for, you do it that way so that people will know that, oh yes, this president, he means what he's saying. When you come out with peace every time, one piece of paper, at the end of the day, nothing, our people are still divided, they are better, and at the end of the day, nothing good we hear from our people besides political talks, hatred, nothing. children at this age and time, young children still singing, I will say, hey man, when will we discuss issue-based politics? When will we wake up one day and say, yeah, you see that our young folks under the Palava Hut asking questions about the forward march of their country? When? Every time that you put all the political hatred between them, make it look like the other one got to fight for job. If you don't fight for job, that means you will not get a job. So because John Brown was not on your side, so for him, you will not get a job. Anyway, but Ali, we just want to say this thing to all of our people. What are you from Nimba? What are you from Granjida? What are you from Maryland? Whatsoever county you think that you come from? Be who you want to be. Support your political party you feel that you like, and that's your right. Nobody going to fringe on your right, but also don't be on the other side and be insulting people on the other side. That's not politics. Our politics is better, Mr. President. Our politics is just all about hatred, lies, deception, and so many wickedness. At the end of the day, when you're allowed to be supporters, they give you the power. Then you use the same power to even abuse them. So please.
The problem, maybe I think Jeremiah could the people of Nima County, I think these people they are already united. I see something like that. Because like for example, yeah, Mr. Kone, good afternoon. Yes, yeah, that's true. The other tribe in Lofa County have been marginalized. The Bandi, the Lawman, the Madingos, the Pede in Lofa, they have been marginalized by Bwakai. Everything in his administration is all about the Kisi people. That's him right there. You see, I see during the senatorial by-election in Nibakate, you see people wanted to carry either Gongo where other people say they carry Nyatwa. Because I think in Nima they had different, I think the Gio, the Mano, I don't know how many tribes they had there. But those people, they always want to be balanced. When it comes to the House of Representatives, they should get Gio, they get Mano. For various districts, they want to get 2 Mano people or 2 Gio people. I think they try to divide it to be somehow balanced and transparent for check and balances. Because tomorrow, in case of anything, you will not say, oh, that's also Gio people were over there, that's also Mano people. I think I gave the people of Nima, yes, I think I will applaud them for that. Yes, they are very good, they are united. You see, and we expect Bwaka to do similar thing in the whole country, like more especially in Lofa County today, wherein we have 5 tribes in Lofa, and only 1 tribe benefit everything from the government. I don't think it's supposed to be like that. That's not good for our country. Or not, 81-year-old president will, I think for the 2 plus 3 years, for the 5 years experience now working in government.
Wonderful. Thank you. Vamandi Donso, say go Ganu, Robert, and that all of you who are joining us. Indeed, good evening to all of you. Help us also share the show to your viewer chat rooms or whatsoever place that you think or group that you're part of. But again, we get a report, but Ali, that the lady that was arrested, I think it was Saturday or Sunday, Saturday, right? I think on Saturday, yeah, for alleged Ebola disinformation of the temporary release. Yes, indeed, to her lawyer. So Miss Paula N. Bidel, who was arrested on Saturday, May 23, 2026, for allegedly spreading false information about an Ebola outbreak in Liberia, has been temporarily released after our legal team secured her freedom. Police said the investigation remains active as they work to determine the intent. I know already that there were everything going to be intent. So yeah, so but I'll either go to that quickly, then we'll come to check, then we'll go for the news break. But again, Brother Ali, when this news break up about this Ebola misinformation and so forth on the social media, and I think on Friday, then on Saturday, the lady was arrested and so forth. But again, for me, before you come on, my dear brother, already, I didn't post anything beside or video when they arrested her. I just posted about having my own side of the story before even coming on the radio. So the point here is, I was thinking both sides. When things happen, sometimes you gotta be, thinking how it happened, what happened, investigating and so forth. So when went through all of the happening, I got to understand that the lady, she said that she sent the voice recording into her uh, work work area chat room.
Mm.
Some of you are listening to, because this thing can, in fact, this thing happen for common. All of us will do these things. So because she was into their little workshop, I think according to her, they have organized their little workshop for them, informing them that in fact they should be careful and so on, yeah and there. And there are a few people that went for a conference in Uganda and they are back, but the way they are behaving, they are not behaving normal here and there. So because based on that, she who were part of the workshop, she decided to call some of her colleagues, health workers, and inform them. Then, according to her, in her, I think SOS chat room, there where she played that voice recording, informing them that, oh, I went for this workshop not too long, and yeah, all these things. So I'm appealing to all of you, those of you who are listening to me, my colleagues in this chat room, you should please be careful. I'm hearing that Ebola is here, but they haven't yet announced it. So from that backdrop, when I listened to the entire recording and our own explanation, I said, but then what's the case? So we should be asking ourselves a few questions. For example, who leaked out the voice message that she sent in the chat room to inform her colleagues how it come out? For which intel now the police are now asking. All of us we get our chat rooms. We have, in fact, we even have Sktv chat room. So that, for example, maybe somebody post something there into the chat room. These are it's for private. Or maybe if for people who in a chat room. So if I'm going to post it on my page, that for example, something happened and I post it on my page, then I think the government or whosoever investigating team, I think then they can hold me responsible and say, no, you posted this on your page. But if I post, for example, RCA or 2 chat room, I post something there, on a voice recorder and say, oh, I was going down the road and I saw this, please. You gotta be careful. Maybe there are a lot of traffic along the way when you come in. Please be careful. And somebody take that from the chat room and start to spray around, saying, oh, Mabon said they want, Mabon said that. For me, I don't think that's the right way. But I think that the government or the police are saying now that they want to know the intent. I think that's good. We will now know exactly as to what really went wrong. But again, quickly in passing, Madam Joka, who also is the I think the nurses directress there also at GFK, she also make it clear today that yes, indeed, the information was false, but there are people that came from Uganda that went for conference. So now we should be asking ourselves. Thank you, Stephen, because chat room conversation not meant for public. Look, let's be friends, let's listen. Some of you yesterday, you bullied a woman, you insulted a woman for, we are even asking yourself. You bullied a woman, you insulted her, you say all kinds of things yesterday. Now the police that they are talking, they want to know the intent. So where's the intent? Okay, maybe informing his family. I live or I work with Truth FM. Maybe I get this information, for example, and maybe I have my family chat room. I put it there. I inform my family that don't be careful, don't go so, don't come so, don't do that. Then somebody from there maybe take it and start to spray it around. So, Ali, for me, I stop there because for me, when I see people from the government side insult every little thing in this country, we will insult people and put politics into it. I don't get it.
Thank you, Mabon. For the fact that this government, they are not transparent to we the Liberian people. I don't trust them. I don't believe them in anything because they are not transparent from the president down to the sweepers. They are not transparent to the Liberian people. And this thing about this Ebola thing, we had to be very careful. You and I know, every Liberian in and out of Liberia know what happened in our country during the Ebola pandemic. Yes, at that time we were building the plain site in Kinjo. We were over there almost 4-5 months. We couldn't go to see our family because of Ebola. And this is now in Congo. We get Kenya Airway coming to the country, Ethiopia Airline, they are coming from those ends. So to be transparent to the Liberian people, they leak audio that came out. We don't know who leaked the audio. I think this is time, if this government were transparent enough to the Liberian people, they should be able to say, oh yeah, the 5% that came in, or the Tosusu and so hospital, we can get independent journalists to come and see them, or other doctors, to make, let Liberian people know, oh yes, that those people came in, but it is false. There is nothing of such. They observe. But today they only going after the woman. They can't see anything about those 5 individuals that have been mentioned in this leak audio, or that they are talking about in the country. You see, in as much as you get a government that is not transparent in everything they do, you have to be very careful. And the only thing I would tell Liberian people, we have to take all the precautionary measures right now. We have to be very careful how we move around, how we go in public gathering. I don't want this government to do this like what President Trump did in this country. When Corona came, they were talking about it. He first of all denied, and later on he said, oh, Latin for China, we get rid of it. And he keep doing the winter time. And the symptom of Corona is almost like here, when we are changing from summer to winter now, everybody suffering from flu and thing. Before they could come to themselves, it was late. And this is the same thing at Liberia. You guys have already transitioned from dry season to rainy season. So to be transparent enough to the Liberian people, I think you had to bring those people. So let people go and see them, to just make Liberian people to know. Maybe what's going to be happening to my video. I'm off. What's going on from your end?
Well, I think that you do. I don't know whether you see me, but if not, then you got to log
I'm
out.
you. I don't know why
Oh,
my video just went blank.
okay,
I think
maybe.
you're touching something over there.
No, no, not me. Far from that. But again, like you said, my brother, I join you. I think
Then
is
God,
more
let
now
me
that
go
we.
back out and come back in.
Okay, okay.
Uh,
I think it's now more now that we father forget about the politics and focus on the reality. Because some of us, the problem here is we focus too much on politics, like Ali said. We don't want for any these things are just natural things. Whether you like it or not, if you're happy, why are you acting like it's something that somebody went somewhere, maybe you don't go and put it on plastic and put it? No, no. But at the end of the day, we got to find solution. We got to be prepared. So how prepared are we now? These are questions we should be asking ourselves. When we keep saying that, let's reduce the waste. Just say no. Let's make the speaker celebrity. Let's make the deputy speaker celebrity. And when we come here, we say let's reduce the waste so that we'll be able to put the monies to some of the setters or the places for tomorrow. Just in case when there's something about to happen, we go that street and start to work on things. But we say, no, whatever are not reserved. Nothing we get for ourselves. At the end of the day, God forbid excuse. We will be depending on WHO, on the other group of people to be helping us again. Then what are we doing with our money?
your money for your government officials, like
I tell you what I
when it come to the Liberian people, the government don't have money. But when it comes to themselves, the government will always make sure there is money for them.
You
But
know
when it
what,
comes
for
to
me,
the Liberian people,
I'll stand
you
wherever
see,
Donald Trump
yes,
get rid of
and this is time
the
that
usage.
this government, they need to put in money, let people start. They say in time of peace, you prepare for war. This is time people should start washing their hands, using hand sanitizer to the airport, checking our borders and other places. Yes, we just have to start taking precaution right now, because we should look at our past experience, what happened in our country, what Ebola did. Okay, but they will say the government don't have money. When it comes to this thing, they will say no money till they can pass the budget. But if that to do something for themselves, to remove a speaker, to expel a certain lawmaker, to call for special setting, yeah, they can do all budget expenditure. But when it comes to something that will impact the lives of the Liberian people, the government don't have money till they wait for budget yet. What kind
Can
of
you imagine
nonsense is
up to
that?
now people are still complaining about that JFK that when you go there they still giving you prescription. I don't know what kind of money here. I can really be thinking. People still giving prescriptions. People still telling people go across the road to go and buy medicine. Go
And
and tell
this,
them go to the other side and go and get drugs. What kind of country we really running? Yeah, I
but
see people acting in fact, they celebrating president, they celebrating leader. All who are celebrating these people who are not doing anything for our belly, nothing else. We got to survive. But I do no sound person that working and making money. We go stay from politician. For example, yesterday, we go stay from Thomas Farner yesterday say they're going for Nemo program. You go leave your job to go for Nemo program or to even go for facility or you know or energy program. You're not go. But just because
Maybe
we're gonna survive.
these are some of the things I always tell people. Me, I don't care who become president of Liberia, who that become president of Liberia. Liberia is all we have. We should put Liberia first because you and I know President Bwaka is on the record that when he become president, no more people go to hospital and go across the street to go back, even or serine for them to give your patient, your son, your daughter, whosoever injection. No more people go across the street to a pharmacy to go buy drip and thing. No more people go across the street to go buy. Can you imagine you get your patient to hospital in Liberia, you had to buy hand glove and all. Even some places they tell you say no plain sheet there for us to write down your diagnosis and things. See those kind of disgusting and horrible things.
Up to
These
now,
are
brother
things that you
Ali,
cannot even try to. These are promises you made, and you came today. You even said get time for this thing. These are major and important things in our country. You see, the money that we're taking to remove a speaker, to get lawmakers lying down in hotel for almost I know 5 6 months. You know what I could do for the health sector? Those people that you took from any position, they say no, those people they were not found guilty or any corruption, this and that. You had to reinstate them. But no, you prefer to pay them up. So if this was a president that came to reconcile, to govern and lead this country as a president for a nation, those people should have been back to their job. That money you taking to pay them off, medicine should be in the hospitals, all of these things that you promise the Liberian people. And this is why I'm always confused. This government campaign yesterday on wasteful spending, but they are uselessly and wastefully or misusing the country resources than any other government ever. You see, like today, you and I know maybe we're in Mosorado County, which is the state capital.
mhm.
Mosorado fall within the capital. If you will go to the Chisman bread, you go places the curious bread and things, students are still sitting on the bare floor. You
Let
see
me show you.
school
Let me show you.
building,
Let me show you.
and
Talking
it
about
have
roof.
been on
Let
roof,
me show
no
you
roof
this
on
roof.
the school building, no doors, no
Uh,
window, right in the capital. Why you think happening in the interior part of the country? But the government
I mean,
cares
but
not.
let me
They
show you the
care
video
less.
quickly. You will see talking about
See
video very, very
about
soon. I
this
mean,
thing. You see,
go
but
ahead. That's what
the,
kind of video I want to show to you.
the
Look at the
government
other
care,
thing.
the government care less about this thing. They will be running behind people. Oh yes, the other person, this other person. The government get more to do than to be running here and there. Say, oh yeah, we want to do this. We want to. There are so many important things. But we have gone, I can say 3 years, 3 more years. Liberian people will decide as to whether the life they are living is better than what they were in before we were 2029. Like
Well,
you see right
for
now
me,
in
yeah.
this country, Donald Trump, he worried about the May 10 election come November. Because during the May 10 election, he's going to know as to whether he leading America in the right direction or not. He will feed it from the May 10
And
election.
and
You see?
and to even add up to you, elections always show this thing, but at the end of the day, brother Ali, the frustrating thing with everything is that the new breed of leader that will also come, they will join the other group of people start. Look, our people are changed and they are changed. For me, I think the system just have to be changed.
Maybe before we go to the news break, maybe
Yeah.
when we can, yes, this issue about this Nemo, for me, I can always tell people, everybody, you have your right to a political party, you have the right to associate, affiliate with anybody. That is up to you. And this issue about Thomas Falag, of like Newman said, you want to be door. You want to be cat, be cat. You can say you want to support the re-election of President Bwaka. You believe in him, but you can join a unity party. You want to form your own group to support, and this is where this is a big split. This is a big noise within the unity party, and they are like, this man is coming to like take over because Thomas Falag, remember, he's a kissy man. So Buakai is not going to pay attention to other people who supported him from different part of the country, different tribe. He's a tribalist, you and
But
I
just not
know.
because they give a man well cola, you know, see,
Okay.
and then the man said that this I haven't done
But
this for a
now
very
people
long
will
time.
say, oh, people are angry because
The man say I
Thomas
haven't done this for a very long time.
Because Thomas Fala go to Unity Party, this and that. This is why we talk about integrity. This is why we talk about morality. Joseph Bakale Unity Party, where they name came from T5, they the one created that name. They say Thomas Fala was a criminal. They call it T5, and when they become president, when they take over the country, he will be persecuted. And Thomas Fala being persecuted today, that Joseph Baka is whining and dining with him. Well, then what moral integrity does Baka have? Somebody that you all classify as criminal. See what happened in Lufakate. People lost their life there because of this Thomas Fala man. And today, this is the man you whining and dining with. What
So
moral?
when you can prosecute your own,
Yes, what
but let me
integrity
just chip
Baka
in.
has.
Let me
You
just chip
see?
in on that. So maybe are we doing pick and choose when it comes to persecuting people or running after corrupt people? Because
Yes,
all of the allegations, accusations, everything are there and they are all glaring. How come now up to date? Okay, the man now is surrender to you. He's surrender to you.
and
In
they meet
fact,
that to prosecute him.
exactly. So
And
what
they
are you
meet
waiting
that.
for?
Why are you waiting for that? They meet
So
that
that
if
means
the
the
man
entire
to win.
system. So that means the entire system that the way they are now doing now to shake, succumb. Maybe if you can succumb with you. I mean, I don't know. What are people that shaking or other people? What are they are afraid of going to jail?
If
You're
Thomas
afraid of going to
Fala,
jail, they're gonna marry you. Or
maybe
you fool.
if Thomas Fala were to be a lawman man or bandy man, a did a different story. But Thomas Fala like easy man. So today, Joseph Bakan, they see him as thief, they see him as trusted fire, they trust him now. You see, so he no more a criminal. You see, and this is where the question of integrity comes in. So we expect other people to be around Thomas Fala, but not Joseph Baka, who people claim he's a man of wisdom, man of integrity. But again, they see Joseph Baka side with a convicted criminal, stand on Witherspoon in this country, sitting on a platform, going there to raise money. Why integrity this old man has? So seeing him with Thomas Fala today, whining and dining with him is not straight. Me, I get problem. I get one problem with Thomas Fala. But you should know, Thomas Fala, the person who made him to be who he is today, he stand publicly and said it. If he, CDC, they didn't do anything, he betrayed them today. Why much more about you? It's almost like maybe I get my money. You, the woman, you can't, now you and myself struggle for my money. You can't control me. I get my money. You have to do what I want you to do, or else you will go out. And this is how the Unity Party people now, this is how Thomas Fala going to use them. Because why? They know how he got his money. So he will be with Joseph Baka, and every other person had to fall behind the line. Or else he get a hang about you. So
Well,
that's how they
thank
want
you.
it to be.
Yes,
The
thank
people
you.
that bail him, he can betray them. Why much more about you that don't know anything about him? You know how he came to be somebody today.
Well,
Me, I
thank you,
get
brother. I
problem
think
with him.
that's the politics there. Someone need, maybe sometime we'll look into politics. We will look into how our people have been betrayed. Most of you there who always putting your bullet, or maybe taking a bullet, taking your face, putting it before the politicians, making it look like you can kill yourself for the politicians. So what brother Ali is saying either. So, like for example, the other guy that died in Lofa, that one. Aye, that won't buy a fin. It won't buy a fin. It's here. Me, may born a miss worker will put my leg on my face to politician to do what? But again, we have a minute up to 7. And at 7 o'clock, we're going to go for news break. We'll come back immediately. We'll go straight to check Ambassador Creator apologized to us over bribery allegations. And we'll look into that, whether it's fear tactic or maybe it was coerced or maybe something wrong somewhere. All of these things are what we'll look at after the news break at 7:15 and 7:30. We interact with you, our listeners, our callers out there, those of you always here with us also, so that we can give you the opportunity to also have to say on all of the issues that we talk about here on the SKTV show. I'm John C. Mabel Kula. Stay as we go for this news break.
Something that
to encourage us to work with them, to support them instead of criticizing them. So I regret my statement and withdraw it. And I ask that my intention might have been misinterpreted, but for any reason, who misunderstand it, or whoever misinterpreted my
You still making the same thing. You still making the same mistake.
I want to read.
So we expect something to come after to conclude this thing. And when you keep dragging, apparently you don't want to believe. You don't know.
The man is remorseful.
So please, Mr. President, let's solve this problem once and for all. Now that you regret, what do you want us to do? Nothing less than what we you say you regret, what else can we do?
Social media and newspaper.
Honorable Speaker, Honorable Speaker, our distinguished members of the House of Representatives, as I stated, I regret my statement and I still hold this August body in high esteem, and I have great respect for you. And by the direction of the President, I also want to use this time to say to you, I'm sorry.
Thank you so much. Manda, viva, 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 the Master City, viva, viva. Long live, long live, long live the return of His Excellency God, hallelujah, long live, long live, long live, long live, long live the return of the Master City, long live, long live, long live, long live, long live the Master City, long live, long live. Viva, 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 sueño, viva, viva. Viva, 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 sueño, viva, 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 sueño, viva, viva. Long live the good people of Nigeria, long live, long live, long live, long live the practice of the Nigeria, long live, long live, long live, long live, 10 district, long live, long live, long live, long live, Basa district, long live, long live. Nigeria, yeah, we come, yo, yo, yo. Manda, wetu, manda, manda, wetu, manda, manda, wetu, manda. Pep, 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 jump, pep, pep. Thank you. Fellow youth leaders, district executive committee members, Women League executive, National Executive Committee leaders, members of the Celebrate, National Celebrate Network, the Better Boys sellers, Yellow Boys, Pimpin' Riders, Shoesham Boys, residents of the slum communities, members of the food estate, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Today, we have assembled by a singular call and a light that every sedition we answer to. Today we have gathered here for the party to send a clear message, and that message will be delivered by a specific messenger. But before that messenger takes the stage, I would love to recognize the presence of archaeological brothers and sisters, men and women who have fought with their bare hands in defense of the emblem of this party. Men and women who continue to be marginalized, tortured emotionally by this tyrannical regime. To our citizens who are hiding in their various offices watching this press conference, we salute your resilience. Continue to muster the courage, even while you have the right as a Liberian to work. But because of the evil agenda of this regime, we are being marginalized, we are being observed on a daily basis. By the fact that you muster the courage to sit in the very bathroom of the very ministry and agency to follow this press conference, we salute your resilience. Let me recognize the presence of the youth chairperson of Nima County, Comrade Adiola Sam Takra. Let me recognize the presence of the Deputy Secretary for Record and Research of the Masurado County Youth League, Ambassador Maji Togo. Let me recognize the presence of all of our district youth leaders, the District Council of the 17th Electoral District of Masurado County, all stars of our party from the various districts, and a long time ideological BAFTA sedition, Salo Harris, from district number 2.
Where to? Long live, long live, long live, long live the diaspora citizen, long live! Long live! Long live, long live, long live the diaspora joy, we are long live! Long live!
Fellow Liberians, sedition in and around the world, in Liberia and around the world, no time to delay. The man that is positioned to deliver the well-organized press release at this press conference is a retired student general. The man that is about to present or deliver this press release is the progenitor of the free tuition. If you follow the history of the advocacy at the state-run university, where he was illegally expelled, he challenged the system through the court and won the case. It was because he was advocating for free tuition, academic freedom. Today, the very people who conspire with the regime then to expel him are the beneficiaries of the free tuition. They are family members benefiting from the free tuition. That tells you the selfless nature of the men that are going to deliver the speech. The man that will be delivering the speech to you is the former official spokesperson of the Revolutionary National Youth League of the mighty CDC. The man that is about to deliver the speech to you is the current National Vice Chair for Operations and Political Education of the indomitable Revolutionary National Youth League of the CDC. The man that is about to deliver the speech is a maker of leaders. He is a trainer of many men. He is an urban guerrilla warrior. He is an intellectual power. His intellectual ability can dislodge the entire government communication mechanism called Ministry of Information. The men I'm about to go on this stage, pay his dues in this revolutionary struggle. Comrades, fighting forces, men and women that have been marginalized, stereotyped, stagnated by Mr. Boaka and his yellow disciples. Salute the courage. I urge you to remain in a singular marching order as I invite to this podium our leader, our teacher, comrade, leader, teacher, Abby C. Winston, revolutionary Fidel Castro.
Amanda, where to? Amanda, where to? Where to? Amanda. Down, down, Joseph Parker down. Down. Down, 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 Joseph Parker down. Down. Forward, 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 turn your forward. Forward. Viva, viva, CDC, viva. Viva. Viva, viva, CDC, viva. Viva. Viva, viva, CDC, viva. Viva. Amanda. Where to? Where to? Amanda. Reaction of the Pass. Reaction of the Pass. First Canal. Pass. First Canal. Pass. First Canal. Pass. Police brutality. Pass. Lawlessness. Pass. Amanda. Where to? Nobody want to see us together. Nobody want to see us together. Congratulations, 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 Amanda, away to Amanda, Congress. Permit me to bring you one revolutionary greetings from the homes and mattresses of Liberia's mass-based indomitable grassroots movement.
All right. So we're back after the news bulletin. Those of you who've been there with us, thank you so much for watching. And those of you who just joining us, also want to say many thanks to all of you. It's 14 minutes past 7. That's the time check from what I said in broadcast on Faithful Monday evening. From the fact today is the 25th of May. So many things happening. I guess you've been following us. We've been talking about all of the happening of the day, ranging from the Ebola, the health centers. Even though our health workers, our health authorities keep giving us hope that indeed they have everything under control and nothing, no Ebola in Liberia. But when it comes to preparation they are prepared. They are prepared 100% to battle any kind of a disease, or as you may call that, would come to Liberia or even want to come around our border. But thanks to them, at least thanks to all of our health authority for doing their work. We hope and pray that they will get more support to do more. But Ali, we're back, and then but before we have this video of Sheikh, I don't know if you want to play, but go ahead for maybe have something to say in 1 minute while I'm trying to set the video and put it into the system.
Nothing much. Like we said previously, the government, they get more to do. They need to focus on some of these things. Like I would tell people, man, I said he served the country for 12 years, and we were like, oh, Eddie building roads. George, we are king for 6 years. Oh, George, we are building roads. George, we are building roads. Joseph Waka to come again. The city, all the paper building roads. Let me tell you something. Like the Unity Party people said, building of roads was never important for the Liberian people. Building hospitals, building school, infrastructure development, pies, free tuition, WAS fee. The Unity Party people politicized it, and they said it was not important for the Liberian people. All the Liberian people needed was job, because you will
let me ask you this question. But let first, I have a few questions of Dr. Ask you saying about this before transition quickly to what they call. But go ahead.
Yes, like they said that the bread and butter issue for all Liberians is that people should get a job wherein they will be able to work, they will be able to pay their own children's school fee, they will be able to take their children to hospital, pay their hospital bill. They won't be calling, oh, Mabel, I went to the hospital, they say I'm going to pay $5,000. No, they said the bread and butter issue for Liberians was job creation. Today, the Unity Party took over. This I think Waka promised the Liberian people that when he take over, based on his connection and his experience, there will be lots of companies coming into the country. Liberian will work. Liberian will be in power. 3 years down, he has not even created or 10% job for the Liberian people. So you can build all of the roads. 2029, Liberian people will tell you this is not what you told us. You promised us job and you didn't give us job. And now road we eat. Like he himself said it, that Liberian people never needed road, they needed job. You are there now 3 years. Where are the job? You can build all the roads, but 2029 you will know as to whether.
So are you saying that empty bag cannot stand? Is that what you're saying?
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Empty bag cannot stand. That's why they told the Liberian people. And today they came, the empty bag is still lying there, nothing to put inside for it to stay. So he can build all the roads. I appreciate him for that. Mm-hmm. But he should know that 2029, the bags are still lying down, they are not standing because there is nothing in it.
Empty bag, empty bag is lying down flat. It can't even move. But again, let me. Someone said a strong supporter of the Unity, in fact, born Unity Party partisan, said that if I just posted on his Facebook page, he said, so Deputy Speaker Thomas Father Danati 5. Again, that's a question he asked. He said, Unity Party came to power to prosecute all alleged criminals from the CDC. How come now you are downing and whining with the same people that you accused yesterday? So he's not asking. But let me ask you this question, because what you just said, these things are things that I think our people have to take serious consideration on. Are the politicians playing games with our people, or they just come to the people, come to the public and think that, okay, what the people left, what kind of material would you go out there or maybe tomorrow to say to them? Because everything they can strategize, they can go straight into their lay closet or something and strategize and come out and put it out. Because everything that you just listed, yes, some of us, we were here, we stay here, and we have evidences to all of these things I just said about the bread and butter issue, how they're going to change it, how they're going to do this, how they're going to have in fact, even my own deacon talk about how the market women, and I don't know what they will not say again, what they will do. They will not work, or how the children will be in school. They will not be up and down. But at the end of the day, everything turned to roll. Is there a prank? What the politician pranking our people, or what are they doing? Let me ask you.
This guy, I don't like to give him ready when they say Gonga no, because he seemed to be like he only get one way of thinking, and there are people who had this I just forget the English words, how we come to it. Yes, that dogmatic brain, yes, way of thinking that you cannot change that way you're thinking, the only thing in one direction. Even when you bring purple and black, you put it together, they will see that black, they say that green. You go or you cannot, they say that green. That's who he is. Yesterday, those people in the rural areas, they saw this same thing. The people were building roads, but the United Party said no, these roads were never necessary. They needed job. So why will you say today the people in the rural area know the importance of these roads when they put in their mind yesterday that even though they are in the rural part of the country but they need job, they don't need roads. So that today you know that the road is important for the people in the rural area. Come on, man, stop that. Maybe, like you said, I know that praying or whatsoever. And this is why now I think the Liberian people 2029 they had to think wisely. They will have to look between the presidential candidates and see who they think can transform their life, because this rhetoric or when I come I will create job, and when you can you just start building road, they say, oh yeah, the person building road, they building roads. And we know, yes, we need road, but equally so, like you say, empty bag cannot stand. How will you walk on the road, say? Why you going to do on the road? At least you build a road, let people get job to use the road to go to their various working places. Like you posted something today, I think our Pinsville, where people now selling all over there as if to say that people in Bokonjire on market ground. And you people will leave Central Monrovia, where investors, tourists are coming to the country. They are seeing how deplorable the roads are within the city, and you people running into the interior part. I don't know that another political gain or that showmanship those politicians can be carried on. Like when I went Liberia during the election time, the same thing. That whole Clarendon, Vata area, see the whole thing. But people were going. We say you actually go in the interior part. Yeah, those people there they need roads as well. Well, I think the best place you need to get a good face look at the capital. But look at that place you posted today, Pinsville. See how that place looking. You can't even believe that Central Monrovia there.
In fact, that Puebla district number 3,
Okay.
the man who talk about, in fact, who talk about a removal of the Kekoluba, right here district.
Yes.
District number 3.
See how that road looking. So the issue about this other person build road, I think is a prank or that something that the people feel that, oh yeah, Liberian people, we can use them like that. We will just say, oh yeah, the person build road, the person build road. The same thing today, all lawmakers is in there building market ground, this and that for their people in their various constituents. I think for them to be re-elected, they will say, oh, maybe he was the one that built the market ground. You people should be able for you to make laws, your sign concessions, and things, that those concession years that are coming in, your sign good concession that will impact the lives of the Liberian people. Then a lawmaker being over there, you go be based on kind of kitchen bridge or based on kind of thing, say market building, going to build latrine and thing. I don't think that why you people were.
Well, yes. So the reason why I ask you that question is because it's just been in fact a normal game now for all of our politicians, whether they want to be representative or senator or whosoever, they come to our people. Sometimes they come with long, what you may call their platform or what you may call from all the way Maryland. How they will do this, they will do that, they will do everything. They lay out 3 things for them to do in a horse. They're not able, but they will list plenty things that from here all the way Maryland, like I said. So this thing look like prank, and it's fake, and it's terrible. Our politician, because the eyes of our people are opening day by day, or Aliu. That's why I ask these questions. Nothing will go forever. Let me just say this. Nothing lasts forever in a shorter form. Nothing lasts forever. So no matter how you want to blame the people, how you want to make them not to realize anything that you want to play on their mind, one day their eyes will be open. And when their eyes open, it will be terrible for those of you who are politicians. Today, you're jumping from another party to another party. By the time somebody come to power, you see them, their skin, everything is easy to jump from their own headquarters to go to the person called a headquarters just because they want to die in one with the corrupt money. That's come back to us with check, and that are the horse of representative. Check break silence, apologize, probably claims after saying, in fact, he posted that he will not apologize. He's stand by war, he's stand by the Liberian people, and after that now they carry him. I don't know that he's not gonna committee room or gonna room. He was forced to now apologize. I know he was forced, or maybe he know that what he said it was not true, so that's why he apologized. But there were allegations asked from the Liberian people, Brother Aliu, that the legislature is corrupt, even including their own colleagues. So how come now they are now pushing Sheikh to now apologize and making it look like even when I hear, in fact, getting report that before Sheikh talk anymore, I think the president have to now safety all it. Whatever we play, we call it quickly, then you come in, we all want to take on that, but it's
encourage us.
frustrating for me.
To support them is criticizing them. So I withdraw, I regret my statement and withdraw it. And I ask that my intention might have been misinterpreted. For any reason, who misunderstand it, or whoever misinterpreted my
So we expect something to come after to conclude this thing. And we keep dragging, and apparently you don't want to be, we don't know. Respect the president. So please, Mr. President, let's solve this problem once and for all. Now that you regret, what do you want us to do? Now please, let's see what please. You say you regret, let us do
Social media and newspaper.
Honorable Speaker, Honorable Speaker, our distinguished members of the House of Representatives, as I stated, I regret my statement and I still hold this August body in high esteem, and I have great respect for you. And by the rest of the President, I also want to use this time to say to you, I'm sorry.
Thank you so much.
Well, so my dear brother Ali, there you have it. What say you? We have a few more minutes. Maybe we can use about 7 minutes on that before going to the line. But I don't know what I got the speaker correctly quickly, please. What are you talking about? The president? I don't know what the president say or what. So I don't know what the message from the president.
Yeah. Before I say anything, Kuyate and State Tikwa Wakana Kwa, the two of them, when they went over there, who are the first person to speak? Kuyate spoke before Tikwa, or Tikwa spoke before Kuyate?
Well, I think all in all, Steve Tikwa, I think he's the maybe mediator. He comes from the president's house, so he got to speak first. But from the short video, I saw him holding the I think.
Okay, thank you. You finish answering my question. First of all, let me tell you something. To agree with to certify the fool, just agree with them. You know, sometimes when you hear somebody say something and this person, they are a fool and they want to carry you back and forth, and you know you are well intelligent, sometimes just satisfy them, say, okay, yes, I agree. Yes. To certify the fool, just agree with them. That's all. And you go by your way. That's just it there. That's what Sheikh did. And today to see still what kind of Kuya going over there, oh yes, like he the spokesperson for Kuyate, I'm like, what's going on here? All these things you're talking or your had or discussion with the mayor along with the president, this and that, while the mayor can come and speak up for himself, oh yes, or Mr. Speaker, or all those other people, who the president and we had a discussion, blah, 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 blah. So, but still, why should be the one to come and lay the premise before Kuyate can speak? So, this was just something that they playing. Oh, my man, you know why? We're going over there. I'm going, anything I say that why you should follow, just follow my lead. and that's it. And you saw the way we check,
But,
oh, my man, they think you
but let
going
me
for
ask you, Brother Aliu, the way you are talking, the way you talk on the platform, the way you talk on the show, the way you talk about Liberian suffering, you talk about national issues. So are you telling me that even if President Bouaga call you and say, Sheikh, this is a Sheikh Aliu, the way you talk, I don't like it, and this and that, I want you to desist and fast stop talking for the Liberian people. Are you telling me that you're going to succumb and say, okay, maybe because I want to get from the president's face, so let me just agree to the president that, oh yes, president, I regret my talking on the show. I regret my talking for the Liberian people. Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely, yes. You know, this is a government according to Tai Wengbe, anything the president want, that why he gets. So if you working with the president, because you know how many people now, the way they message will now apologize, his resignation, his dismissal were already in the pipeline.
So
Okay?
which one do you think? So which one do you think that would be good, Brother Ali, to save your integrity? Because let
But
me tell you,
this
let me.
is why they want.
I come in, Brother Ali, please quickly. Sometimes we praise a lot of people, we celebrate a lot of people for standing up. Like for example, Martin Luther King. People sacrifice their life, stand up for the truth, and say, "I will do this or I will be there no matter what." So, are you saying to me that even everything that you will say, just because the power that be call you and ask you that go back and retract your statement and moving forward, do this into newspaper or go back on the radio and say what you said that in fact you lie or you regret? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, but that's why you saw the way in which what the guy named that Olokun were talking, oh my man, they think we shouldn't be going around this and that, all kind of thing. Other people telling him he need to go in the newspaper. This is something that the president already told him. This is something they discussing about, you know, just go over there, tell those people sorry, this and that. Because probably the president doing it because the relationship between them. But if you people say you can hold private to sign concession in the country, how can all those useless and bogus concessions are in the country? So you want to tell me you can just close your eye, you sign this thing, concession are making no impact on the lives of the Liberian people. How can you people can sign this concession? You see? So this whole thing like Tai Wongbe say anything the president when he get it, and when you working with him, when he tell you need to do this, you have to go ahead and do it, or else you will have yourself blamed. So that whole thing you can see, like I said from the beginning, this is something that we're already playing. Stick to check, going over there. Anything I say, you talking about integrity, Maybon. What I have seen over the past years in Liberia, if you want to maintain your integrity, your character that you build all these years, be careful with working in Liberian government.
But
If you are not careful, you lose your
now
integrity.
you want to come to my point. Now you want to
Everything
come to
will go
what
in the drain.
I'm about to even say, because for you to also agree to say, yeah, she was right to look.
You see,
you not
so he just allowed this. I agree with you, Caroline. He allowed those people to disgrace him.
Just see the way you were even see the way that you were encouraged. He don't want to do it, but the people were forced. You're not forced to work.
You're not forced.
Yeah, man.
You've been living without a government job. You somebody people owe you in high esteem for you to disgrace yourself today to such a level.
I will say that on the radio.
That's disgusting. I never expected that to share today.
So even Shannon got to go back to the Western people
and apologize.
And even apologize to them.
Because you say the Westerners are the cause of the suffering that Africans are going through, more especially Liberia, because they will sign concession, and the concession is lose and gain, while the Westerners are gaining, Liberia are losing. You say all of this good thing, and you came here, you said that those stooges to the executive disgrace you publicly. You see, you have no credibility in that country no more. Your voice loses credibility now. So you should just keep shut in that country. And
even immediately by the time the people start tossing you back to back, the first thing now that you even come to your mind was to resign. Let me tell some of you here on the show today, will come here, we can be telling people life. The reason why you see most of our politicians, just observe these things. In the Western world, you see the Western politicians or maybe leaders, they live for a little time. But for us here in Liberia, most of us, our politicians, we don't even live long. They die before their time because of all the kind of stress. You take stress upon your head. You know very well that what you're standing for is the truth.
It's the truth. They go on the kind of you stand by your word. Like you were talking about people like Martin Luther King Jr., all of these people, they stood up for the right thing. You like it, they will stand by their word. But do they see what you did to yourself? You are a disgrace, man, Sheikh. You see,
so I'm like, if I, even if, anyway, let me tell you, Mr. Dollar. Yeah,
you should write letter to apology in the media. They say that all of these things.
Mr. Dollar, good evening.
Listen, that has already lost all credibility.
Yes, he lost credibility, Mr. Dollar. Yes.
Don't politics anymore. Let me tell you that. All credibility.
Jesus. I tell you, Mr. Dollar, you gotta come on, man. You lost every time.
Welcome, Mr. Dollar. It's nice hearing for you, Papi. Our dad.
Mr. Dollar, I keep on remembering.
What?
No, I'm saying that I give away. I will even struggle in Melbourne and I will never even bow down to people like that. What?
He's a coward. He's a useless politician. Coward. Lose all credibility. That's what I want to tell you, Melbourne. I will talk to you tomorrow.
All right, Mr. Dollar. Thank you. Keep your course coming. I don't go to the land to take course because for me, even the political first, all Liberians been accusing the host of and then even the other people from the 50s,
Joseph Bakari administration for the early we are up to present is not just that to Joseph Bakari. These people, if you're saying you're not, this is my question. How come all these bookers concessions are signed in the country? People just come in looting our resources. We are getting nothing from all of it, and you people
can how come for the 9% when John Nimo
how many senators endorse Joseph Bakari 2017? Some of them for the non-lawmakers, some of them they don't even say how voices. Yeah, they for the non-lawmakers, some of them they are voiced there in a various district and team. People just waiting for 2029 to kick them out. So don't forget about that thing. Then talk about Sheikh.
Let me say hi to Master. This is Etmoka from Soil Library for Justice. You know, we are there is a boy, you know, man. Because, mind you, the last one you get told us that he will cause Saratan.
Exactly.
But just while the airport, while the president coming, just for that one on his phone, everything will be over with. But he said he would not. And he stood by his word. So the thing is true. But because of the job, you guys been around here. You want me not get small thing to manage yourself? Only the job, the ambassador job, you need to do before you can be able to be truthful to yourself. He shot himself in the leg, and this is embarrassing. And he gonna pay because I don't know to what he will speak to now in this country and people will listen to him. I feel that he could have stood by what he said. But to apologize, it's a ball, he's not mad. Look, quickly to the Ebola thing, look, we are begging this government. Anything we can do with politics, and not this one. And then be serious about it. If there's any news around, that whole the government making sure that we fight it. This is not party. Those senators don't look for party. They don't even look for common man. They come for the official, they come for the minister, they come for the layman. So let the truth come out. Not increase suffering at the border, at the airport, making sure that we can check those that are coming in and leaving the country. Also, I know federal ministry and agency, the hand washing machine be there so that it can serve as an awareness to the people that, hey, there's a signal up there, we need to be careful and we need to take care of ourselves. Thank you, Mabel.
Thank you so much. I think Unity Party people are strong. I like them, man. To admit. Hello, to this caller, good evening. Some scary group of people. Yeah, go ahead, my brother.
It is just people calling for the Birmingham in the district.
Yeah, go ahead.
Are we trying to say that there's no hero in Liberia when it comes to authority? I will stand up for the truth. So if chef will go and then apologize to the laws maker because they are not lawmakers, no laws maker. Then they tell me that there's no truthful politician or there's no hero that will stand for us. Thank you, man.
Thank you, my brother. The player as a tears said in my eyes. I'm so disappointed to admit. Hello to this caller. Good evening.
Good evening to Master Lee made all the things, draining my soul. What? So you want to tell me that making that so low that he wants that can we everything he played so no ballet with trusting anymore. In fact, anyway, he will open your mouth, put everything to close your mouth because you know what's the truth. You will never believe me. Secondly, when it comes to the Ebola, the update, the government, the check come out and tell all the truth. No need to hide anything. At least when it came forward, we find how we follow. And then today, some of us we are still alive. Some once they tell all we did, I see measure. Then they come out and tell all the truth. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my sister. Keep your calls coming 0770203125. That's the number for you to call. Brother, the system is corrupt. Even if you ask me, maybe what the evidence, I will tell you that you have Nicholas corrupt system. Simple as ABC. You want me to go be bringing evidence that you took money? Hello to this caller. Good evening. Pascal Davis. Good evening, my brother. Long time. My brother, we here to manage our business.
I know what thing about it that you want to clap. You don't clap because you will live and this country will be redeemed. No need to clap because the ones that are against the country further, they are the ones within now. No need to clap. No, live on. This government will be remembered by all of you. Forget for people who are apologetic. This is the way it will be until 2029. Look, people, the legislature is no longer the legislature. They know that there is a branch of government and it is the executive. For you to waste it in a country like Europe, when somebody went to court and they put them all over in the world, that I won't know what you know to carry documents, and you still want to be in the government, there's something wrong with you. Look, let me say to the government, the Ebola protocol is all about business. All we want you to do is to let us know. Inform us so we can go back to school. Happy. Wash our hands regularly. Wear our gloves. Wear our nose mask. And we will know what to do. We can afford that they said it. Because like Emma said, I'll go back up for Nigerians for justice.
All right, thank you. Let's get out of Samuel. Good evening.
Good evening, Neighbor. Thank you very much for doing many things to all the finally. Neighbor, it is our there is Samuel from we are legal before Omega Max and the proud member of Austin Nigerian for justice. Neighbor, let me tell you, the same thing that people doing, that thing that they have done before, I always telling you, some of them involvement, but we see a record of people that involvement, what they are doing, their utterances that other people doing them by it. Neighbor, I think you can recall, they think you know the father was in power when they invited one police woman before. They made that woman very simple and they invited that woman for the lucky that woman changed that with the free. They represented that woman about member free. He started telling that woman, anything woman you put in woman that your wife or husband can see. He said, this nothing wrong because that you stay here today, you stop. And your mom can talk too much.
I'm telling you, I don't know how lawmakers can just talk like that. They just put fear in their own people. That's true. They buy them now. All right. All right, thank you. Let me take my Uncle Brown Tati, little time though, a been little while. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, neighbor.
Mm-hmm.
Good evening to Mom, Aliu, and the rest of the guys. Everything you guys, I've been following. And, I follow the Pastor of Theater on Spoon, I think about a few days ago. And the same way you are apologetic, even though he spoke the way he spoke on Spoon. But, but let me tell you something. If you don't have high evidence, even how educated, how sweet your English will be, they can see you off banner. And the best thing to do as a honorable person, nobody is big to say, I apologize. When you say I apologize, mean you don't have evidence that you can prove before code of confidence jurisdiction or quarter jurisdiction. So I think the best thing he did is to say he apologized. So it means that all what you have been doing, they remind me of Louis Brown. When Louis Brown said that real man, when you read the artificial, they did your ID, say, oh, everybody know the evidence right here, man. And not everybody know the evidence right here, you will get to court.
But Uncle Cook, tell you something. If you listen to the speaker, you were hearing talking about the president message or here and there. So I will agree that maybe sometimes people can apologize sometimes to letting go, but it doesn't mean that they are wrong, or maybe the person is right.
The one thing you can challenge people, even in the president, you can challenge people and say, I have an evidence.
Good.
And then you can say your evidence, but when you don't have constant evidence, but because the way you see things going, the way you see maybe or you have been passed in your view quickly, and the first year of kind of thing. Already you have the perfection, and if you have the perfection, you have the perfection to evidence.
No.
So these are some of the things, but then I want to talk to some of the issues you're talking about. One our government to way by, the well-known diplomat, the foreign ambassador Peter Johnson. I think he was senior advisor, international advisor to Dr. Sawyer. He said something. He said in life, you need just for one man, one part. You don't go to put your egg in one basket. Because when that basket drops, all of your feelings. And so we always say it. Even during the day of the NPL, you were in lab before you were deputy campaign manager for lab during the 1985 elections. A lot of people were against it, but you were saying that no, ahead of all, when they say anything they call feature, it's too far. And you can't predict feature easily.
Exactly.
You can only predict feature based upon your present, and then you can judge the future.
All right.
And the next thing is that you go to school. When you go to school, just live on. That's everyone you behind there. You're not amateur.
No.
So even if tomorrow is crucial, you will leave, and then people will pick you up.
Exactly.
So I want to thank you so much for the kind of way you're discussing the issue.
All right. Thank you so much, Uncle Brantate, team. So WhatsApp calls. Yeah, you can call from the WhatsApp line to Mr. Dollar, and I think sis also want to call you also about Charles Cooper is right here on the line. Charlie, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Mabon.
How you get evidence now? Because all of you can always be accusing the people. It's evidence based now. If you not get evidence, then don't accuse anybody.
Okay, so Mabon, I want to call on the ambassador to resign. You see, in civilized society, when this thing happens, the person will resign. But I don't know. And you see, our leaders tread on power, greed, and intimidation. And for check, it is either intimidation, censorship, protection of a job, or being muff. What I mean by being muff? Because you see, you as a man, at a certain level when you read in life, Mabon, you don't just speak because you want to speak. When you speak from an informed background. And Mabon, the issue of corruption in this country is not a secret thing. Mabon, you don't even need to browse all of the reports that have come out on the Bureau of Governance system. They are proving some level of corruption. So what kind of evidence does Shell need? Mabon, who brought up a Buba concession agreement? That we don't want to say we didn't look up to?
No.
That in a various reports people can be reading and be saying, your son says the Buba agreement. All the various reports that can come up. And even you just browse, corruption in government. You see all the report.
But when the former U.S. ambassador, I think Charles McCarthy, right? You talk about how our legislature been corrupt, or you find the lawmakers.
Even the reports outside that corruption, all the judicial reports, judiciary, the various branches of government.
Maybe you freeze. This issue about Sheikh have been he had lose credibility forever in Liberia, so he's not somebody that you can take by his word today. So he will come out and say something, and at the end of the day, tomorrow he will come out to say, "Oh yes, I'm sorry." So he had lose relevance, he had lose credibility because, like for example, see what happening to Yeke Koluba today. People call him, "Oh, you know this whole thing. Just go to Joseph Wakai, then go and tell the papi sorry, and the whole thing will be resolved. Just go to Joseph Wakai." And he said, "I can never do that. I can't do it. I stay by my word. You can expel me, but I make sure I speak for the Liberian people." And today they expel Yeke Koluba. These are people we're looking for. People who speak and they stand by their word. Your integrity matters. Like I said, what I have been seeing over the years, if you want to maintain your character, your integrity, you want to be who you are, what you stand for, you have to be very careful in working in any government in Liberia. Not just Joseph Waka government. Well, even the next government to come after Joseph Waka government. Because when you go to that country, they will tell you when you come to Rome, you do as the Romans do. You take time, you damage your entire record the rest of your life. My former manager from Grand Gida, he's a UPist. That man nearly lose a job here. They even wanted me to replace him because for each time he travel, I take a position. Because of this Unity Party, I said no, I never wanted a position. That one made him to retain his job. But yet they found somebody and they got it out because while all the time he took in Liberia voting to run campaign for Unity Party to bring Bwaka to power. At the end of the day, they call him for job. He said no. Because the way he saw things were going in the party, in the government, he said no, I suffer so much to build my character and thing. And the way I see the government looking, when I go there, it will just be a waste of time. People who believe in me, people who respect me, I will lose credibility, I will lose respect, my integrity, my character is on the line. And this is how Liberia is today. You have to be very careful. When you go there, they can't give you chance what you're supposed to do. Resign early and leave from there instead of being there for them to indoctrinate you into that corrupt practices. And then at the end of the day, tomorrow, your voice become useless. You become voiceless because people will start to question you. Let's check all what you said. The global witness report, all of these things, they will tell you, say, oh, when you go to Liberia, before you see the president, you will have to bribe people. You will have to pay money to the other person before you meet the president, before you meet the other person. These are things that the records are there. It's all on the internet. You can go and see. They will tell you to even when you go with concession, all the things vanish money. You see, why let to vanish money be or sanctioned today? When did not some of the thing why vanish money was sanctioned? When concessionaires go to the country, they had to bribe them to sign concession. If you say it, you stand by your word, but you allow those stooges, you allow yourself to be used by those people to say, oh yes, I take back my word, I apologize, this and that. You bring yourself to public ridicule. You lose credibility in that country. Check. So just remain quiet now. You do your ambassador allowed job. We don't want to hear your voice in our country anymore. till they 6 years over the next administration when they will retain you or whatsoever, that's it. But this is a shame you brought to yourself. This is a shame you brought to your family, people who believe in you, people who trusted you. You go over there, you sat like a puppet and stay Tikwa had to speak. After speaking, and you had to follow what he said. Really? Who are you? I don't think this is the kind of country we want, that we don't have people that can stand up for what is right. People who can stand up when they say something, they say, I stand by what I said. Look at Yeke Koluba today. You go or you can't down, you beg, you do everything. He say, I will never ever need to Joseph Bakai. If they want to expel me, let it expel me. And this is why we always say, just that the way in which Yeke can use voice, but if we could have like 10 or 15 of Yeke within the House of Representatives, we will get a well mature people that have the country at heart. We will have good lawmakers that will help to take our country somewhere, because the problem of Liberia is start from that house. That house is the biggest problem for the country. So if we could get people like Yeke, about 15 or 20 representatives in our house that put the interest of the country and the Liberian people above their personal interest in our country, we will have a better legislature and I believe a better country. The only thing about Yeke, the way you use a voice, I won't support him in that, because leaders are sent from God and sent by God. From God, the next person, that leader. The whole world we in today, God is the one that controls everyone, or he get control over our lives, everything. We pray to him, everything for our daily bread. So from God, if you get a country, the president is the next person in that country. He is responsible for your safety, your well-being, your security, and everything. So you have to hold him in high respect, high esteem. You have to give him that respect. You have to know how to use voice when it comes to your leaders. That's the only problem for me. I have with Yeke. He did it yesterday, and today he's doing it to President Baka. I'm not going to support him because, oh, he did it to George Weah, so he's doing it to Baka. I should support him. No, I won't support him for that. But we want people who stand by their words. They cannot be intimidated. You cannot harass them. You cannot do anything. When they say something, they stand by it. You like it, you can do whatever you want to do. And when Kuyate said that I owe no apology, I'm going to the house, they will look at themselves in the mirror. They said that all those statements he made, and just to go over there today to sit there and then allow people to use him like that to disgrace him, and he agreed to be disgraced. He disgraced himself as well. I don't respect, man. But that is it. Like I said, if you want to maintain your character, your integrity, stay away from Liberian government job. Yes. And more especially this government we have in power, that you cannot speak against them. When you speak against them, they go after you. And if only that man was to deviate from what State Tikwa said today and go over there and say this, he said that, at the end of the day, they will dismiss him, because he will not say, oh, we're going to put him in jail, we're going to do this. They were just going to dismiss him for his position. See, Yeke Koluba, he said, you're like, you might expel me. I will never, ever need that to Joseph Wakai. These are the kind of people we want in our country. When you say something, you stand by it. You cannot be intimidated by anybody. Nobody can harass you. Your word, you stand by your word. So, Sheikh, I'm sorry, my brother. Whether you politician or you whether you politician or the way Lufa Junior can say, you lose credibility in that country. Your voice is useless now. Nobody going to take you serious for any other thing. And these are things people have to be very careful. You see, when you say something, you stand by it. No matter how they pull you, they carry you, or they bring you down. If they want to take that job, they can take that job. There's a saying, flower leafy before door ear cut. Before the existence of Unity Party, before they could win election, you know how you been living in that country, taking care of your family. So if you will speak out today, they say, oh yeah, you had to bring evidence, this and that, and you know very well what you're saying. That's the fight. Like I said, Vani Sherman there today, why let today be a sanction for coming to America? When you look at the global weather report, people that Vani Sherman there are people today, you go to the country, say, all these things that they said it. To see the president Somalia, you had to bribe to see the president. All those news were in the various newspaper and things from the US Embassy. You see, concessionaires will complain that when they go to even sign concession, you had to pay money, you had to do this, you had to do that. If you people in your right mind, in your right conscience, you know within yourself as lawmaker, you're sitting over there to do the right thing for Liberia. You're signing concession and making impact in the lives of Liberian people without holding a cent for concessionaires. Then how can we get those useless and bogus concessions in the country that making no impact in the lives of the Liberian people? See APN terminal today. President Baga said, oh, when you become president, you will never ever hear about CTN and Meta in our country. When you took over, you invited the lady from the city that get the CTN. Where are we today? We still get CTN in the country. You say it was George Weah Company. He was exploiting the Liberian people. He was taking money from them. He was a shareholder in the company. So when you can, you will get rid of it. We that shipping containers to Liberia, we still pay useless money to Meta and CTN, enriching another people. If you want to have CTN in that country and Meta, you tell me Liberians are not qualified to do that, to be tracking our containers. Right now, I can just sit down on my phone and track and know the distance where my container is overseas and which country it's heading to. When we get to Liberia, all of these things. You see? So how can we get all those useless concessions in the country if you people are not holding bribe, you're not accepting bribe, everything? Or you want to be like James Fomoya like a sound before he read? This is not good for our country. But tomorrow, God will judge every one of you. All of our leaders, the Ellen, the Weah, the Waka, and the list go on. Till you can give with the Liberian people a better living. You make Liberia to be a place that people can feel comfortable to go, to live. Instead of we having Liberians in Ghana, they deporting them, they running behind them, this and that. Having Liberia in Nigeria, Africa, all around, they can't come back home because why? You people make the country to be a living hell. Our president, our representatives, they can make that place to be your living place. God will judge you one by one. What you're doing in our country.
Well, Ali, thank you. My brother will be a little bit busy. That's why I'm muted. But thank you, follow. We're still listening to you. That's good. Everything that you've been saying, these are all facts and these are all glaring stuff that we all as people. Look, let me tell you, here where sometimes some of my disappointment comes in, even from within some Unity Party supporters. Yesterday, you stood up yesterday for the truth. You were all saying yesterday, protesting yesterday, blocking rules, up and down, talking. You are the talking person yesterday. How come not today that you are becoming quiet? You thinking that maybe it's because of your party? No, the party will move forward from positions. The party will go. The party will know. But sometimes maybe the party will not even be in the opposition maybe for even years. What's going to happen to you? So the same thing that happened is going to happen. Check that will happen with a lot of politicians tomorrow because they always say, oh yeah, the party mandate is my party in power, my party time. But if your party is in power and you're not talking to the power that be today, tomorrow now what is voice that you'll be having tomorrow to talk to the power that be? So again, check for me, I think politically, in his political career, I don't know who really advancing, or wrongly advanced, but again, this can happen. Sometimes we take a lot of advances from people, but again, for me, that's not the right way to go. Look, like you said, my dear brother, there are a lot of concession agreements that have been signed with Liberia then complaining. Every time you hear our people crying that, oh yes, this place is corrupt, this area is corrupt, the legislature is corrupt, is bad. Even their own colleagues, they're all crying that in fact they should be able to audit. Yeke Koluba has cried, and Musa has somebody say crying. Other lawmakers are also requesting for the house to be audited. So why would you come up when somebody says something, you be acting like you want to get your feelings, you want to get angry about the game? That's it. They use the political power to intimidate people, to bring people down. So people like Sheikh now, who a lot of people depend on, a lot of young people follow him, a lot of young people see him as a role model. Today, he scored 0. So again, my dear brother, thank you. Any other thing before we go for the day?
So far so good, Mayborn. I just say there, like I said, Liberia is all we have. We pray for a better country, and we pray that this government should rescue the Liberian people, the bread and butter issue. This government will never ever voted for building roads. Those were things that they criticized yesterday, that it was not good. The bread and butter issue for Liberia was job creation, which President Bouaka said he had for the 2 years experience. He had international connections and whatsoever. And they told us that when they take over, job will waste in the country. Even the diaspora will run back to go home to work. But today we don't know. 3 years now, even those that they can't get sweeping job. Eddie bill rules, George we have bill rules. Liberia problem is not rule. Job is what our people need. There are people today, since the government took over, their children are out of school. They are not working, they are not doing anything, nothing. No macro loan to give business people, no empowerment. So this issue about building road, we tired with that nonsense. We tired with that rhetoric. 2029, 2030 again, when another president come, he be building his own mansions, enjoying himself. The only thing they will say, oh yeah, maybe building a road there. We tired with that foolishness. Road is not what Liberians need now. Try to get a job. Because look how you take that other road project, you single source it to Australian person. You think you are to take that project and give it to a Liberian company, not creating job there. This I think you promised the Liberian people. But you took that other one, you single source it. These are some of the things the lawmakers are supposed to be there to keep the executive in check. They don't do it. And the executive keeping them in check while they want to keep their friend lawmaker in check. What kind of nonsense is that? This is my first time, and like Musa Hassan Bilete said, this is the most useless legislature ever in the history of Liberia. And you can see it every day that they will be witch hunting one another instead of them trying to keep the executive in check to do the rightful thing. But so far, so good, my brother. That's it. That Liberia for us. Anybody you want to maintain your character, your integrity, your credibility, stay away from Liberia government job. Or when you go there, when they can't give you a chance, leave that job and save your character and thing. Thank you. God bless America. God bless Liberia. Be safe out there till we see tomorrow. Thanks to all
my dear brother. Thank you so much, and good night. Thanks to all of you, our people, Sheikh, Soko, my dear good friend and brother James, Kid Brian, and Caroline Yepo, my good sister. Thanks to all of you, man, for always watching and following SKTV. We love you all, but God love you for the best. All in all, that thing Liberia, love Liberia, and build Liberia. Good night from my end here in Liberia. I don't know about you, but again, good night from our end here. We see you again on tomorrow by the grace of God.
Them, to support them is your criticizing them. So I will grant my statement and withdraw it. And I ask that my intention might have been misinterpreted, but for any reason, who misunderstand it, or whoever misinterpreted my
You said what you were saying. You said the same I want to read.
So we expect something to come after to conclude this thing. Yes. And when you keep dragging, apparently you don't want to believe, you don't want to respect the president's view. So please, Mr. President, let's solve this problem once and for all. Now that you regret, what do you want us to do? Help me let's see what please. You say you regret, what else do we see?
Social media, newspaper.
Honorable Speaker, Honorable Speaker, our distinguished members of the House of Representatives, As I stated, I regret my statement, and I still hold this August body in high esteem, and I have great respect for you. And by the direction of the president, I also want to use this time to say to you, I'm sorry.
Thank you so much.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We judge for podcast and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the club. What is our people who waiting to sell? Blessing our time and our efforts are rest. The brothers giving us here and the parents of them. The welcome and life without fear.
A lyrical health.
Master.
Clay Paris, who make you? I can't ask it if you been you. Say my journey, Tina can I say my yamu. And yes, I know money. And I go. And you love
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandbaza.
And I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I wanna play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I wanna play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I forget it now ya to money. That's the baby, and I forget it now. Cause you walk on my ya to money. Yeah.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandbaza.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We talking for podcast and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the club. What is our people who waiting to sell? The flashing our time and our efforts are rest. The broadcast we giving our real and the promise my best. To work with my life without fear. From Grandfather Nima to Lufa, from Riverside to Raji to Chide, from Grand Crew, Bombing, Cape Mount, Montserrat to San to Backwalu, from Maryland, Bonkan to the Mikey B. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa.